this is the only video you need to start working with HTML. End of this video, you have the superpower to work with every element exists in HTML. So first we are going to learn how a website works and then set up our development environment. Then we are going to learn how basically HTML works and some basic HTML tags. Then we are going to learn more HTML tags like table, list, forms and media. Media means how to handle media files. And at last we are going to learn what is semantic element and how to use semantic element in HTML. Working of a website is pretty much easy, and before we go further, please subscribe my channel. It will help both of us. All right, so working of a website is pretty much easy. First, suppose take a scenario. You are there, you need to see youtube.com. Okay, so what you're going to do, open your system, type youtube.com on your browser and hit enter. Whenever you hit enter, one request will be thrown by your browser. Okay, request, not order. Request can be fulfilled or like rejected, and then request go to where? YouTube server. Then YouTube server process your request, means YouTube server basically making the decision they have to give you the access or not. Okay, then according the request they process and they realize you are a genuine guy. You can see youtube.com, then they give you a response back. Okay, in this response back they give you 3 files: HTML, CSS and JavaScript file, and that 3 files is the website. As simple as that. And now we are going to learn the first one, which was HTML. And I have this image. I know the image quality is little bad, but I think that is the best image that can give you idea what basically HTML was. So basically, like a human, what is the structure of a human? Bone, correct? No. After that, what make a human beautiful? Like color, eyes, hair, correct? No. So that thing is came from CSS. The structure is given by the HTML and the styling, beauty given by the CSS. And third is JavaScript. JavaScript means the human can run, the human can move their hand. So the working is JavaScript. So if you are building a website, the skeleton of the website you build by HTML. Then you put color, font size. Getting it? Means basically you put beauty using the CSS. You can't put beauty using the HTML. HTML is only for, as I told you, structure. And then you need to make the website like functional. You want, if someone click the button, something should be happen. If someone scroll, something should be happen. So like that. So that thing came from JavaScript. So I think you have an idea how a website work and what is like HTML, CSS and HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So to understand how a basic HTML website work, we need to create one, obviously. But we are not creating our development environment for now. I'm going to use Notepad to write HTML. And after that, I teach you how the HTML works. Then I can use VS Code. Okay, because you know VS Code automatically complete the half of the code. So I want to write everything by myself only to teach you only. Okay, so let's start it. So I hope everyone have Notepad on your system. So just do one thing. Came to your desktop, create a file and give a name to, like, create a file. How can I create? Here I can give the name index dot, and you can see now this dot text, you need to change the dot text to HTML. You need to create a file called index.html. Hit enter, and it was saying I want to change. Yes, I want to change. After you change the file to HTML, it look like this. Okay, now I left click, I select the file, left click, and I can say open with Notepad. I can open with VS Code also, but as I told you, I want to open with Notepad. And now this file is open with Notepad. Okay, here we are going to write our code. Okay, now give your 100% focus there. If you understand this section, you understand the 90% of the HTML. So give your 100% focus here. All right. So HTML has versions, version 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whatever the latest version, that was version 5. So we are going to use version 5. Now to mention that we are going to use the version 5, we need to write like this. We need to write this exclamatory doc type and HTML in small case and close it like that. So this thing is like a symbol. This thing says we are using HTML5. All right. Now came here. Now the most interesting and the important part here, you need to understand the concept of tags. If you understand tags, you understand the 90% of the HTML, because HTML is all about tags. Okay, now what are tags? Basically in a website we have paragraph, heading and some images like na. So those, to bring a paragraph we use a tag, to bring a heading we use a tag, to bring a image we use a tag. Okay, so but before that, to bring those, HTML has a structure. You need to first write the structure, then you can write your text, images and stuff. But before that, I give you a sense how the tags work. Suppose we have a tags of geek. Suppose we don't have a tag of geek, but suppose we have a tag of geek. So how can I write the tag? I'm going to write the tag like this. I'm going to write this like this, G-E-E-K, geek. I'm going to close this, and now again I need to close the tags like this, geek, like that. So that is the concept of tag. We have a tag, we like those two call a tag. We have a opening tag and we have a closing tag, and in between we put our content, whatever the content. Suppose I am using a paragraph, so whatever the paragraph I am to write, I am write in between, getting it, opening tag and closing tag. And every tag has a closing tag in HTML. If you open a tag, you have to close the tag. Okay, so that is tags. And I want to show something else. There's something called attributes. Attributes we always put here. Suppose I can show there's an attribute called class. Okay, so whenever I'm saying attribute, you have to put the attribute in this place, getting it? So you need to understand just three things: tags, the content and the attribute. So if you understand the three things, we can continue. Okay, and I can clarify. Tags are always opening and closing. Opening tag, closing tag, in between the main content we want to show to the user, and attribute. Getting it? Attributes are totally optional. If you want, you can put it. If you don't want, don't put it. But I'm just showing you attribute means you have to write the thing here. Okay, all right, I think that's cool. So now whenever you're building a HTML website, you need to write your code under a HTML tag. So told me, how can you write HTML tags? Very simple, HTML. And now what I have to do? Correct, I have to close the tag. So like that, slash HTML, and I successfully use the HTML tag. And in between this HTML tag, I need two things: head and body. Okay, so for head, I need a head tag, HEAD, head tag, and also I need to close the head tag, HEAD. Okay, and I need a body tag also, correct? So body, not like that, correct, BODY. And now I also have to close the body tag like this. So I can say that is the basic structure of HTML. Every time you write HTML, you have to write like this only. That much code is needed. Okay, getting it? Whenever you are building a website, that much code is necessary. You have to write that much. The doc type which say we are using HTML5, and then you have to create the HTML tag. Under HTML tag, you need a head and you need a body. Now under the body, we are going to write our all of the main code. Suppose I need a paragraph in my code, suppose. So what tag we use for paragraph? P tag. Now you, I think, getting the sense now. To do everything we have a tag. So if I want to write a paragraph or I want to write a text, I have a P tag. So how can I write P tag? Very simple, like this, P, like this. And now also have to close P tag like this. And in between, I am going to write my content, whatever the text I want to write. Suppose I want to write hello, WORLD, hello world, I am paragraph, or I can say I am para, like this. So you can see we successfully build our first website. Doc type, HTML tag, under the HTML head and body, and under the body we are going to write our main content, and head I explain very soon, don't worry. So now after we're done with our HTML coding, now I think you understand the concept of tags: opening tag, closing tag, in between the content, and this place, this area we are going to put our attributes, this area. All right, so that much, that three things only. If you understand that three things, you understand 90% of the HTML. Okay. All right, so now we are done writing our code. I need to see our web page, no? So how can I see that? First, you can see this file is not saved, so I can type Control S to save the file. Came here. Now just double click the file. You can see output is here. Hello world, I am Para. We successfully built our first website. All right, and I think that much. Now suppose you want to update I am a Para GRAPH. So every time you update something, you need to hit Control S and then you have to refresh the page. So the updated content will be appear. Getting it? That's it. That's it all about the basic HTML. If you understand that much, you understand 90% of the HTML. Now the rest of the course is just a piece of cake for you. Okay. So if you understand, very good, we can continue. If you don't understand, please watch the video again. That is the main portion of the entire course. If you understand that much, you're all done. So far we understand how a website works and we understand the basic of HTML. Also we understand how a tag works, like tags, attribute and content. And you also understand that if we open a tag, we also have to close the tag. So if you understand that much, you understand 90% of the HTML. Now the rest of the course is just a piece of cake for you. So now we are going to explore more tags. So to explore more tag, I'm not going to use Notepad, I'm going to use VS Code. So what is VS Code? VS Code is basically a software there is going to write code and VS Code help you to write code faster, as simple as that. So now to use VS Code, we need to download VS Code. So type VS Code download like that, and you can have this website code.download .com/download, and there you can choose your operating system. If you Linux, so if you Mac, Linux or Windows, you can download. I have Windows, so I can download for Windows. Now after you download, it's going to download the file for you. I don't want to download that. Okay, after you download, just double click next, whatever checkpoint it give you, check only. Okay, next, whatever the option they give, just check everything, next, install, and you have your VS Code. As simple as that. Now after you have VS Code, you can open your VS Code like this, and the first time when you open your VS Code, it look like this only. Okay, so don't need to worry that, oh no, these things look like complex, because I don't think it look like complex, but maybe. Getting it? So you get VS Code like this. Now the thing is, how can I write code in VS Code? So the first thing is create a folder. There we are going to explore HTML. So I can say learn HTML in learn HTML is good. Double. So we can create a folder also. We can write learn HTML in by geek. Hit enter. We create a folder. Now just the thing you need to do now, just select the folder like this, drag and drop the folder here. Just leave the folder here and done. The VS Code is open under the folder. Okay, if you don't understand what happened, basically under this folder, the VS Code is open. If you create any file under the folder, the file will be created. Don't worry, I show you, don't worry. So now VS Code is done, VS Code is open. Now we are going to write our code. So they told me to write HTML, we need to create a file, correct? What is the file? Which file you need to create? If you say index.html or home.html, you are correct. We need to create index.html. And as I told you, the index is not necessary. You can say anything.html, but the HTML is important. The HTML says we are going to use HTML. Okay. And there is another thing. The thing is, like, I have something now in VS Code, have a settings section, just like in a workshop like this. Okay, don't worry. ACTDING settings like this. I have already set up VS Code so that I can teach better. So I'm going to enable my settings. You don't need to scare about that. Whatever just came, it's just like making things personalized kind of manner. Okay, it's not working. Okay, so what I just did, I just enable my settings. What happened for that? Like VS Code give you so many things, like you can beautify stuff, you can install themes, just like in your mobile now. You can install themes, you can change fronts, change font size, change icon. So VS Code give you something like this. So I just enable my stuff. Okay, you can also use that. I can create a video how to make your VS Code beautiful, but basically I just make my VS Code a little beautiful. Okay, you have the default one, and that is totally fine. All right, so now we create our index.html. Now what do you want? Tell me what you want. What you have to write first? Yes, correct. We need to first specify doc type. And you can see now I didn't write doc type. I write exclamatory sign. It came automatically. Okay. So first I need doc type, and that is a part of VS Code. It autocomplete your code. Now after doc type, what is the structure? What is the necessary code I want? If you say HTML, correct. I need a HTML tag. Under the HTML tag, I need a head tag. And after that, I need a body tag. Okay, and I think now you notice if I just write head, hit enter, the entire thing came. So that is the power of VS Code. You just mention the tag name, hit enter, and it creates the tag for you. Okay. Alright, so that is the basic structure of HTML. That much we understand. That is the tag, that is the content. If we put anything here, that became attribute. Okay, all right, that much is clear. And now we just write a simple paragraph. Hello WORLD, hello world. I think that is hello, HE. Now the thing is, we write our code. How can we run our code? The thing is, first you need to save the code. I have something called auto saver, so it's automatically save my code. You have to save using Control S. Okay, after that, how can I run the code? Very simple. Remember this folder? Now you can see under the folder we have a index.html. You can just double click on it and you can see it run. Okay, that is one way of doing that. Suppose you need to update something. Hello world, how are you? You're asking world, how are you? So that case, again you modify something. You need to save the file, Control S, and again you need to came here and refresh. Then you can see the updated thing. Correct. But I told you VS Code is very helpful. So VS Code has an extension section. In this extension section is like a Play Store. In your Android phone, you have a Play Store, no? We have to install any app. We can go to Play Store and install it. So this extension is like that. So we have an extension called Live Server. Okay, so you can just click on this live server. You can install. I already installed, so no need to install. But you just need to install the live server. After you install the live server, you have something this. You have this live server icon here. You just click this icon, and it will open your website in a browser. And see, it just open your website. Now the thing is, what is the benefit of live server? The benefit is, if I update something, hello world, how are you? I am good. If we update something, it automatically reload the page. You don't need to reload the page manually every time. It automatically reload the page for you. Okay, all right, I think that one is clear. So we understand basic of the HTML, we understand the VS Code a little at least. Correct. Now we are ready to rock. We are ready to explore other tags. So now we are going to explore the basic tags of the HTML. And before that, I need to show you another thing, comments. What are the comments? Comment is the piece of code that you don't want to execute. Suppose here you are building a website and you want to say a message to your fellow developer in the IDE that don't mess with this code or build this portion, anything. Okay, any message you need to convey. So you can put a comment. Suppose I put a paragraph, hello. Okay, so I can put a comment like this. I show you, don't worry. Like this. So this thing is called a comment. Whatever I write, Rohan, please do not touch the code, like that. Suppose I write this thing. So this thing is not going to display in the web page. You can see if I came to the web page, I can only see hello. This comment is not displayed on the web page. So that is the comment. The comment is only for developers. You want to convey something to the developer, so we have comments for that. So now we are done. I think you understand commits. Sorry, that commits. Okay. So commits is basically the piece of code that you don't want to execute. Okay. Now we are going to learn the basic HTML tags. We are going to learn these basic tags. So first thing is paragraph. You guys already know paragraph, correct? P tag used for paragraph. Hello world. Okay, again hello spelling is wrong. It should be hello. HELLO. Then we have heading. No. Then we have pre-tag. What is the pre-tag? Pre-tag is almost like similar paragraph, but little different. Suppose I show you. I create a pre-tag and I again say, and this time this time no spelling mistake. Hello, HELLOWWORLD. Hello world. Okay. I create a hello world using P and I create a hello world using tree. So let's see the difference. The difference almost nothing. You can see some design difference is there, but there is a major difference. The difference is if I put spaces, so many spaces, and if I put so many spaces here, now you can see what happened. You can see hello world take only one space, the P tag take only one space, but the pre tag takes so many space. Basically pre tag take the formatting, the way you write the code or the way you write the paragraph, exactly the same way it's going to display the paragraph on the display on the screen. Okay, suppose if I put some spaces here, you can see it come on, acha, not here, here, there, that place. If I put spaces here, you can see this thing moves, but that thing is not happening with the paragraph. If I put spaces to the paragraph, it's not going to move. So that is the difference between pre and P. And now some guys thinking, wow, P tag is awesome, we are going to build the entire website using P tag. But no, that is not good idea. The website is not going to be responsive, and managing this website going to be difficult. If you getting a little confused, why, don't worry. While writing the code you understand. When you build some projects, that time you understand. Okay, I can make this thing like this, and I think it is done. Now we're going to learn headings. Heading means just like in any website you have some headings. Suppose we are going to Discord. So in the Discord, see, that is called a heading, the bigger text. So we can create headings also. How? So we have H tag, but the thing is now we have little little change. Means we have H1 for bigger heading, we have H2 for little small, H3 more small, H4 more small. Getting it? Like that we have 6 H tag, H1 2 3 4 5 6. So I can use a H tag. This is a heading. Okay, and see the output. Show me the output. Yeah, see that text is so big. And I can show you the other headings. Okay, I can just quickly copy and show you. Yep. And there is another thing you can see now, the formatting is little bad. This thing is little samne, this thing is like, okay, so VS Code give us another option called format document. You can click here and you can see format document and see they are aligned in a perfect manner. All right, so you can see now heading 1, heading 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can came here and you can see heading 1 is big, heading 2 is small, more, and more. Getting it? So I think you get the idea of the heading tag. We have 6 H tags. All right, so we are done with the basic text. Now we're going to learn we can do more thing with the text. Suppose I just create a paragraph. Okay, in the paragraph I'm going to write something like I need lorem 10. I need 10 words. Okay, so now first learn the bold tag. So first put bold to the lorem, Control X, and I think you guys understand what bold tag does. Bold tag basically make it bold, and to apply bold tag we have B tag. Very simple, very obvious. So let's see the output, and you can see this lorem is bold. Okay, so done. And the strong tag. Now the thing is, what is the strong tag? Strong tag is exactly like the bold tag. There is no difference. You can use bold, you can use strongs, nobody is going to bother. Now what I'm going to do now, and now just guess which tag we have for applying strong. Some people going to say S tag. No, that case that is strong tag only. ST strong tag. Okay, I know that thing is a little weird. Bold for B, but for strong it should be S, no? But yeah, I know that's a little weird, but it's like that only. See, both are same only, no difference. So you can use B tag, you can use strong tag, that is totally upon you. Then we have italic tag. Okay, italic tag is like I can use this thing in as in italic. So then now guess which tag we should use for italic. For that we have I tag. So I can like this and see what happened for the italic, where I put it. Yeah, this thing tilde a little, that thing is done by italic tag. It just tilde the content a little at the right side. Okay, and then we have underline, that you guys can understand what this underline does. I can put the underline in there, control X, I can say under, that is U tag. Okay, and I can say dollar, like that. I can see it put underline. Okay, now I think now it making sense, no? And the delete tag, that is easy only. Okay, I can go to a new line, I can say delete deal tag. Okay, sometime I also forgot the tag name. Okay, so deal tag in Flipkart, you see na 99, no, like 299 cross 99, like that. So the same thing, 299 cross 99, just see the difference. So deal tag basically cut the thing, getting it, 299 get cut and then 99, like that. So deal tag means it cut the thing, as simple as that. So that is the basic tags. All right, I hope you guys understand. Now you're going to understand the image tag. But before understanding image tag, remember I told you every HTML tag has a closing tag, and we're following the same thing. We open a tag, we close a tag, correct? But actually I lie to you, every HTML tag don't have a closing tag, just like image don't have a closing tag. The truth is 90% of the HTML tag has a closing tag, but 1% of the tags didn't have a closing tag, and image tag is one of them. Image tag don't have a closing tag. Okay, yep, little weird, but it was means it was like this only. All right, so now to bring an image, we have a tag called img tag. Okay, but to use an img tag I need a image also. I can just quickly bring an image. I can just quickly bring an image in where? I can quickly bring the image here only. Okay, okay, so I bring the image, and now here you can see I have the image. So this image, that image I want to display on my web page. Okay, so how can I display this image? Very simple. We have a img tag. Okay, and we have to close it, and now there is no closing tag like this. Not body. Img tag don't have a closing tag like this. Img tag is a single one. Okay, so single tag. Now in the img tag I need to specify where the image was. Img tag going to take two attributes, where the image was and what is the alternative of the image. Means if in case the image breaks, what is the alternative you need to show. So I can say to first give the image where the image was. We have src attribute. In the src attribute we are going to mention the path. So path is in this root directory only. So I can say dot slash. You can say dot slash means it show me whatever the file I have in this directory. Dot slash I can say doc.png. Now there is a very important thing. Most of the people download the image in the download folder and they try to bring the image here. It's not going to work. First you need to bring the image in your working directory. Means you need to bring the image in this folder. Then you can specify the path like this, dot slash dog image. Okay, all right. So now I give the image and I need to give the alternative, and which for I have a alt attribute. In the alternative I can say image is not found. So in case the image give any problem, we get this error message, image is not found. Okay, so let's came to our website and you can see we have the image, but the image is so big, correct? but the thing is, you successfully have the image. That is the point. Now this image have more attributes. Oh, first I just break the image little to show you what the alt does. See, the image is breaked and image is not found. So getting it, the alternative text is showing. So I think now you understand what the alt does. Now, like alt, we have more tags. Like the image is so big, na? So I have a width attribute. In the width attribute, I can say suppose 100 pixel. So see, the image size is reduced. If I give width 200 pixel, see, image is getting more bigger. So like that. So using width attribute, you can manipulate the size of the image. And we also has a height attribute. Using height attribute, you can manipulate the height top to bottom. So if I want 500 pixel top to bottom height, so you can see it was 500 pixel from here to here and 200 pixel from here to here. Okay, but I don't want height. I think it's looking bad, but I can bring it, no issues on that, because I want to give you the code also. Okay, all right, so we are done with the image. I can just close this thing and done. So that is all about image. Wow, you guys now also know how to bring image in a website. The major components are text and images, correct? And you know how to bring text and images. You already know so much. So now we can continue. Now we are going to learn about HR and BR. What is the HR and BR? First understand HR. That is very easy. And HR is also single closing. We don't have a closing tag for HR. HR is also single. And what is HR? HR is stand for horizontal row. You can see now there is a row came. So this thing is HR. HR stand for horizontal row. And again we have a BR. BR is basically stand for break. Suppose I have a paragraph. Hello, Rohan is a good boy. I have a paragraph. Okay, so I can have my paragraph here. See my paragraph. What I want, Rohan, after the Rohan I want to break the line. Means what I want after the Rohan, this is the good boy should be in the next line. So for that we have a BR. So after the Rohan I'm going to put a BR like this, and you can see BR also single closing. So after the Rohan I put a BR, so a break will be there and this much content going to the next line. So see, Rohan is there, after that it breaks and rest of the content go to the next line like that. That is BR only. So easy, correct? Now the second most important thing, links. Every website you see links, correct? So now we are going to learn how to use links. Just guess which tag we should have for to create links. To create links, we don't have a link tag. We have a tag like this. We have a tag like this. Okay, now under the tag, this tag basically take the link where you want to redirect your user, because you can see that every link are redirecting the user somewhere. If I that thing, that is a link. If I click it, it redirect me in a different page, correct? That is the link. If I click on the link, this redirect me to a different page. So like that, it going to take a attribute called href. There you have to mention where you want your user to be redirected. As simple as that. So I can say href, and under the href I have to write https:// I want my user to redirect it google.com. Okay, now whoever click on this link, that guy going to redirect it google.com. Now came to our website, but you can see now we create our anchor tag, but nothing is there. Why? Because we need to put something like click here to go google.com, like that. We need to put some content. So whenever someone click on this content, they redirected to this page. Okay, now you can see there is a link came. If I click it, I redirected to google.com. Okay, so I think now you guys get it. Okay, and if some people don't understand the https://, it's okay, fine, but before putting a domain name or before putting the link, you need to put this thing. That is mandatory. Without that, it's not going to work. I can show you. I just remove this. See, it's not going to work. It's something can't get something error. So that is mandatory. All right, now we have another attribute called target. Basically, suppose what I want whenever I click it now, a new tab should be open and the google.com should open in a new tab. Basically google.com should open in a new tab. For that we have a attribute. The attribute is target is equal to underscore blank. So this target is equal to underscore blank. This is going to do. Now if I click it, you can see my page didn't transfer to the google.com. A new tab open. If I click, see, a new tab open. So that is for the target blank. All right, so we are almost done with the basic tags. Now we're going to create a clickable image. Now that is your assignment. Pause the video, try to create a clickable image. Okay. All right, so I think you guys take the challenge and I can give you the solution. So clickable image. So first have an image only. So img tag, and it take a source of my dog, and alternative I can say error. Okay, simple. Now what I want to, and I can give a width because the image is so big. A width I can give 100 pixel. It's good. I can just double check my image is there or not. How my image is there, and I want to break. You can see the link is there after that the image came. So now I can use the br tag to break the line. So see, it came to the next line. So, and I can do one thing. I can put multiple br. I can put multiple brs, so it going to generate more space. Okay, I hope you guys understanding. More br, more space. Br basically break, more space, as simple as that. All right, so now I have to make this image clickable. If I click the image, nothing happened now. So I want to make the image clickable. So I can create a link tag, a tag. In the href I can just copy this thing, google.com, control C, control V. Now under the a tag now, before that under the a tag we put some text, but right now under the a tag we are going to put the image, and done. We create a clickable image. Under the a tag, whatever the content you put, that content become clickable. You click the image, you redirect it to the website. So now we can just see, if I click the image, see, google.com opens. It, that's how you can click a clickable image. And the last thing is div. That is the most important tag to understand. Div is basically used to group things. Suppose I have just like, no, I think in Discord I can give a good example. I just remember Discord, and you can see now there is links. What the developer do not, they group this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. They group the 7 links under a div. Okay, so that they can manipulate the divs later. Basically divs is used for grouping. Divs stand for division. Suppose I have I can say like this, I have some links. I have home, about. Okay, I think I have home, about, and contact. Okay, contact us. I have the 3 links. So now I can group the 3 links under a div. How? I create a div like this, and div has a closing tag. I just copy those thing, control X, and put the thing here. So now I just group these 3 items under a div. That's it. That is the purpose of div. Div is basically division. You have a room, you need to divide the room into 2 portions, so you can use divs. Suppose we have a room. Okay, now you need to divide the room into 2 portions, so you can create 2 div like that. So this div is the entire room. Under this room we have 2 rooms. If you don't understand, don't worry, with time you understand. Basically, not specially while writing the CSS you understand very well, but I think for now that the basic tags we have, I'm going to give you the code. Don't worry about that, and see you in the next video. So list.html is super easy. Okay, that is the easiest thing in HTML. So to explore list, create a new file, list.html. I take the default code given by my VS Code, and now I can explore list. So in HTML we have two type of list, order list and unordered list. So order list stand for UL, unordered list stand for UL, order list stand for OL. Okay, so first explore OL, which stand for unordered list. So how can I like use list? Very simple. Right? OL. Okay, under the OL I have a li tag. So now under the li tag I can put my list items. So I can say orange, orange like pineapple. I hope spelling is right. Mango, like that. Okay, so under the OL tag we put li. Under the li we put our list items, orange, and then another li, pineapple, mango, like that. And I can just restart my live server to see the output. And come on, it's not opening. Something this kind of stuff happened, but don't worry. The thing is, na, I am a good developer. I can there na 127.0.0.1 colon 5500 slash, there I need to give the name of this file, list.html. So I can write list.html, and see this thing came, this file opens. All right, so now you can see that is how our list look like. It automatically bring 1 2 3. Okay, so that is ordered list. It going to give you 1 2 3. Now in the order list we have something called a type attribute, typ, type attribute. And this type attribute have this four, you have the 1 2 3 4 5, this 5 items. One is by default. If I make it capital A, see this thing is became ABC. Okay, I can just do like this. This thing is became ABC. If I make it small a, it became small ABC. And other option I have I, it make it Roman serif. I hope I spell it correct. And the capital I, it make it like this. So that much we have in order list, and done. You know how to bring list in a HTML web page. And the next thing we have unordered list. So just guess. Okay, just do one thing. Try to bring unordered list by yourself. Pause the video and try. And came. Okay. Alright, I hope you pause the video and try it. And now I can show you the unordered list. So for unordered list we have UL. Okay, under the UL we have li. So I can just copy those things, Control C, like this. Okay, and that is how unordered list look like. It give you bullet points like dot dot dot. Okay, and now as you guess, unordered list also has a type. Okay, but in unordered list the default type is like, okay, then the unordered list the default type is circle. Now we can bring disk, dick, disc. I hope the spelling is correct. Anything happened? Nope, I think the default is disk. What I can do now, the circle, I guess, circle, circle. So we have another attribute called circle. Disk is the default. We have another attribute called circle. Then we have square, square, square. I hope spelling is correct. See, it becomes square. So in type we have three things: disk, circle, square. Disk is the default one. We have circle and square, like that. And there is another fun thing I can show you. I can just copy this order list, and I can put another list item, and under the list item now I can put another list. So it look like this. Under a list there is under a list there is another list. So that is all about list. I hope it was like easy peasy, and now we can go to the next topic. So now you all guys understand the basic of the HTML tags, means all the HTML basic tags are. Okay, now we're going to understand or going to learn tables. And if someone get confused what is table, chat table or some math table, so we are going to learn how to build this kind of table. Okay, in HTML. So open your VS Code and create a new file called tables. And as I told you, you can give the any file name, but the extension should be HTML. That is the important thing. And now I'm going to show you another good feature of VS Code. You can type exclamatory sign and you can hit enter. So you can see VS Code already give you some pre-generated code, and this code is a little refined version. Okay, means this line is very important when you making your website responsive. If you don't know responsive, don't need to understand right now, but basically that is the trick I want to show you. If you like put this thing, it give you this thing, that code. Okay, and now there is another important thing called title. What is the title? Basically title give the title of the websites. Suppose if I came here, you can see na code with geek minus YouTube, so this thing is called a title. So this thing you can put using the title tag. Okay, so easy, no? So I can say tables like that. yes, spelling is correct. So now to create tables, first what we need a table tag. Correct. So we need a table tag to create table. Now under the table we have two things, rows and column. Correct. So if we see this image, this thing we have two things actually, table head and table body. Okay. So this thing is came, I can like highlight. So this thing is came for table head, and the rest of the this area is came under table body. As simple as that much is table head, this thing is table head, and this thing is table body. All right, so we have, and the tag name is not t body, t head and t body. As simple as that. We have a table, under that we have table head and table body. Under the table head we are going to create this thing, this row, number, name, position, salary, and after that in the table body we are actually putting the data. So let's try it. So under the t head we have tr, table row, and under the table row we again have th, which stand for table head. I know if it sound confusing, congratulations, you are a normal person. So with practice you get it, it's not difficult. Okay, so what is the first thing? We have number, full name, position, salary. Okay, so number, now I need to create another th, number, full name, position I can skip, I can directly put the salary. Okay, and I just need to check the salary spelling, salary, salary, like that. So our head is created. And there is another thing, my live server is already started, so I can just off my live server and again start my live server. So it open this page, you can see number, full name and salary. And if you like confused why this margin is not came, it will came, don't worry. All right, so now we are done with the head, we are creating the head. Now we are going to create the body, means we are going to put the data. So in the table body also we have tr. Okay, tr stand for table row, because in the body also this thing is a row na, so t row, tr, table row, and under the table row we have td, table data. Getting it? So there tr, under the tr we have th to put this item, and in the body tr, because that thing is also a row, but under that we use td because that thing is data. Getting it? If you feel confusing, just watch the video twice, you get it. Okay, that is not something difficult, that is easy only. The first time I introduced table, I also feel like, oh my god, what is that, super confusing. But now it is like easy, nothing. All right, so first name is, the first data is number one. The second data is Bill Gates. The second data is 2 actually, and the third data is 3. So if I came here, let's see my website how it look like. No, the second data is Bill Gates, BILL. See, I also get this, not bull, Bill, GATES, Gates. I hope I don't mess with the spelling. Bill, GATES, correct. And the salary is like so much, but I can give 10,000 USD obviously. So like that. So I create the first item in my table. Number one, Bill Gates. Yeah, number one, his name is Bill Gates and his salary is that much. Now I'm going to create the second person, who is Steve Jobs. STEVE. Okay. So now how can I create the second one? This thing, no, I can create another TR, table row, and there TD. TD. Now that one has 2, and the name is STEV, Steve, STEV. Steve Jobs, Steve Jobs, and his salary is also like Bill Gates only. So I think now you getting it. I can make little small. Table tag. To create a table, we need to use a table tag. Under the table tag, we have table head and table body. In the table head, we put this item: number, full name, position, salary. Okay, and in the table body, we put the data. What is the data? Like number one, Bill Gates salary, like that. And by so by putting multiple tr, we can put multiple datas. Correct. See, so much data is there. So I can take it, or I don't want it. That much is okay. I think 3 item I can take. That is okay. Like that. That is good only. Now you can see there is some border. So I can say also in the table I have a border attribute. So border attribute don't take any value by default. By default, border attribute has a 2 pixel or 1 pixel of width. So if I show you, you can see it has some border. Okay, but I can do one thing. I can say is equal to 5 pixel. So now the width of the border became 5 pixels. See, it became 5 pixel width or fatty. If you get confusing width, if I say 50 pixel, see, it became more fatty, this thing. Okay, so that is like border. But I think the default 1 pixel border is good. That 1 pixel. By default 1 pixel, you don't need to write this. If you are giving 1 pixel, you can take it like this only. Okay, so I like this border. So that is table. As simple as that. As simple as that. Okay. And yep, now you can go to next video. In media files, we only have 3 type of files: image, video, and audio, and that's it. And you already work with the image, you already know how to create image. Now we are going to learn how to use audio and video. So I just quickly create a new file called media.html, and I have the snippet given by the VS Code. Okay, now just I can do one thing. I can just start my live server quickly. So it's going to start it. Come on, start it. Yep. So my live service also started. Now to first start with the audio. To use the audio, just guess which tag we should use. Yep, if you guess audio tag, you're totally correct. Just like image tag, img tag, we have an audio tag, but audio tag has a closing tag. Okay, so like au audio, and it has a closing tag. And just like in the image, we use a source attribute to say where to pick the image. Like that, we have a src attribute here also. Okay, but now I need some image, I need some video and audio files also. So I can just quickly paste it, and you can see I have a c.mp3 which is a video file, and I have a audio.mp3 which is a audio file. So in the source I can mention /, and I need the audio file. So that's it, you are done. Audio tag, under the audio tag source, and in the source just mention where is the file. Okay, and done. But actually it is not done. I will show you. I came here, and you can see there is nothing. Okay, why? Because in the audio file you need to pass another attribute called controls. Okay, this is the mandatory attribute, you have to pass it. Okay, all right. So now came here, and now you can see we have this thing. If I play, I don't know you can hear it or not, but the song is playing. Okay, so that's easy to bring a audio file. Okay, and I think you see this kind of thing in other website. So all right, that much. Audio tag, under the audio tag the source and the controllers, that is mandatory. That much you have, that 2 attributes you have to put. All right, now let's learn the video tag. So for the video tag, which tag we should have? Correct, we have a video tag for that. video tag, and obviously it was a closing tag. Under the video tag, just like the audio, we have a src. There we need to specify where is our video. My video is on my root directory, and then I need to say controllers. Okay, and done. I came here, see the video is here, it is playable. I'm sorry for that. Or see the video is playing, and I can do one thing. I can just like I can use a width attribute and I can make it like 300 pixel, so it will be little small, and I think it look fine. I think before that it only look fine because I'm like zooming in this thing. Cut it, and yep, it's look pretty good. And there you can see we have also option, you can download and something. So that is audio and video, as simple as that. Tag, source and controllers, and done. That how that much easy to us. And now we have another tag called iframe. Iframe is used to bring a content in a web page. What I mean by that, what I can do now in this web page, I can create a square box. Under the square box I can bring anything that support iframe. I show you. Suppose I can do one thing. I can come in this code for now only. I can create an iframe. See, VS Code give suggestion. Now I don't need that much of. And as you guys write, iframe also takes source. In the source means where I should bring something, where I should bring some content. So I can say na https / bing.com. I think you guys know Bing is the Microsoft search engine. And let's see what we get in the page. See, we have a bing.com came as it is in the web page. I can increase the width, so it will be like visible 500 pixel, I guess. Good. More I need to put, I think. The 15,000 pixel of width, and I need 15,000 pixel of height, and I think now it will be like little big. Yep, height is more, but you got that. See, I create a box 1500 by 1500 and I bring the bing.com. All right, now there is another thing. Every website don't support iframe, every website don't support iframe. So suppose if I try to bring google.com, okay, so let's see what happened. You can see it put a problem that google.com refused to connect, means google.com don't support iframe, as simple as that. So whenever whatever the website support iframe, you can bring content from that website. All right, and I think that much you understand. And if I can give you some use cases, suppose you are working in an excel sheet, so using the excel means using iframe, you can bring the excel sheet in your web page. That is one way of doing that. And I show you a powerful thing of iframe. Suppose this video, what I want to bring the video. So in the video, see there is 3 dots. Yeah, in the share section. Why my net is like lagging? Come on, it is fast. Yeah, there you can see we have a embedded. I can just click it and you can see generate iframe for me. So I can just copy the iframe and I can just paste as it is. I don't need that much, or I can take it, I can give you the code, Control V, but I don't need that much because it containing some space and stuff. Okay, I can close this thing. I can came to my website and see the videos came here like that. So I think that kind of thing also you see in other websites. So they use iframe. Okay, and obviously using attribute I can manipulate. Obviously by default YouTube give me some attribute like height and width. Okay, some title, some border and stuff. YouTube given by means YouTube give us, but as you know that is not necessary. So I think now you get it why we need iframe. And now you have the ability to work with file in a HTML project. Understanding semantic elements is important. Why? Because that is the interview question. Interviewer asks you what is semantic element in HTML. That time you have to answer the question obviously. So semantic element is just like another tag. Means HTML has their tags, and top of that HTML got new 110 semantic tags. Getting it? Means semantic tag is just some extra tags, as simple as that. Semantic tag is some extra 110 tags. All right, so now why we need semantic tags, why you need those extra tags? So I can just show you. I create a new file, semantic.html, and I have the boilerplate code, and I can just restart my server. Okay, don't need that. Yep. Okay, so now starting with the semantic. You remember I told you the basic structure of HTML is like doc type, HTML tag, head and body, correct? But semantic element bring more stuff. I show you. Suppose I am building a website. Just take example of a website. Suppose we have Discord. Okay, why I'm showing Discord? Because I find there's a very good example. In the Discord, you can say Discord is separated to some components or some divisions. First division is the navbar, correct? Discord is separated in navbar. Second, we have a hero section. Okay, after that we have another section. After that we have another section, correct? So the whole entire website is divided to some divisions or some sections, and end of that we have a footer, correct? So semantic element help us to make website more readable. For whom? For two peoples, developers and web crawlers. What that mean? I told you first what is web crawlers. Suppose whenever you search something like learn HTML or something, so how the Google understand that which is the best website to refer? So Google has something called web crawlers. The web crawlers go to every website, read the content and then decide which website is good to show you. Okay, so when the web crawlers go to a website now, while reading the website, there the problem came. I just show you. Suppose that is the Discord. I need to build the Discord. So first what I need the navbar, correct? So why is my VS Code? So I need the navbar. So I can create a division, not dev, that is div iv. I can create a division for navbar, correct? So that div is for navbar. Then I need another section. There I am going to put this content. So I need another div. Okay, after that there I need another div, and then I need 1 2 3 4 4 divs. Okay, so I need another 1 2 3 4 divs, and end of that I need a footer, correct? So footer also I need to use a div. Now the things, you can see the code look pretty much meaningless. I have no idea which div is for navbar, which div is for footer, and which div is for which section. It look totally confusing. So whenever a developer see or a web crawler see, they get like no understanding what means getting, they get no understanding where what happening in the website. So to solve this thing, they came up with something called semantic element. Semantic element is just a meaningful way to divide. Means that is the most meaningful way to divide the sections. So for the nav, but before that we are using a div. But in semantic element they introduced a tag called nav tag. Sorry, called header tag. Header tag. Okay, so under the header tag we have a nav tag. So whenever a web crawler see, they can understand we are creating the header, means that navbar is called header only. Okay, so that navbar is called header, and this navbar is called header only. So under the navbar we create the nav. Okay, so that is much more meaningful. If you get confused what is header, you can remove that for now. You can understand we are creating the navbar using the nav tag. This nav tag is exactly behaving like a div tag, but only difference is the name is nav. So whenever someone read it nav, they can understand that is a nav bar. As simple as that. After that, there is another section, and what I can do now, I can create a main section, main tag. Main tag is just like a division. Under the main tag I can create the sections. The first section is the hero section, so I can say section like this, and after that we have 1 2 3 4 sections. No, so you can say 1 2 3 4 sections, and after that we have a footer. So rather than using a div, I can use a footer. So let's now see, this thing is look much meaningful than the other one, correct? That the readability of the code is much far better than the other one. For this we have a nav tag to create the navigation. For the main section, means from here I can okay, from here to here, that much section is the main section. So we have a main tag. So whenever the developers see, they can understand we are creating the main section. Under the main section we have some other sections. So like that, the developer can understand what happening where, and using the footer tag they also understand that is a footer. Getting it? That is the point of semantic element, to remove confusion. If there is so many divs, the developer and the web developers get confused, and if there is a meaningful name of the divs, it became less confusing and more SEO friendly. So I think you got the answer. Semantic elements is to remove confusion and make code more readable and make SEO more better. All right. So that is semantic element. And the thing is, the semantic element is not only that. Semantic element has so many things. Like semantic element give us so many like feature to fun, so many fun tag. Just like there is a tag called detail. I just show you what is detail tag. We have the detail tag. Under the detail tag we have a summary. So in the summary, if I say how are you, and after that I can put a paragraph, and there I can say I am good. So see, just see the syntax. Detail tag, under the detail tag we have a summary and we have a paragraph. So just see the output. Here you can see, I can make it a little big. There is something like this game. If I click, getting it, the question is how are you, and the answer is I am good. So like that you can create this kind of question answer stuff using just HTML. Before that you need to write JavaScript, and believe me, it is for beginner, it is little tricky, but that is not. But before that you need to write JavaScript. That is the point. And now you don't need to write JavaScript for that. You can get this basic thing, basic drop down menu using just HTML. So that is the power of semantic. Semantic give you some more feature to make your work easy. And there is another thing. There is P is not mandatory. You can put anything. You can put a table, or you can put a list. Okay, hello, something like that. So basically after the summary is the question basically, and that is the answer. So after the summary, whatever you put, whenever someone click it, this content is going to display. So now if I click, you can see the list is displaying. Getting it? So like that only. Semantic have so many tags, but I'm just explaining that much only. So I hope you like the course. So if you really stay still now, please subscribe my channel, and I really believe you are able to build any HTML website. Nobody can beat you in HTML right now. Means not nobody can beat you HTML. That is not a valid means word, because people are more experienced. They are there only. Means basically you are ready to crack a HTML interview. Yeah, that I can say. If you came to HTML interview, whatever the question they ask, you already have the 90% of the answer. So alright guys, thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next.